MegaHerzzz. MegaHerzzz. You're listening to MegaHerzzz on 4ZZZ.
You are tuned into MegaHerzzz here on 4ZZZ 102.1 FM. I will introduce everyone. My name is August, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm the only regular MegaHerzzz host in today, but that means we've got a very special edition coming up. We've got a Margret TakeOver! Oh my god!
Margret TakeOver, 4ZZZ, your security is nothing for us. Infiltrated.
We're
inside
in the building.
We are in the building. We are in Studio One. All right, everybody, who wants to introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Ton. I am the bassist for Margret, and my pronouns are they, them.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Esther Skyscraper. I play the Game Boys for Margret, and my pronouns are she, her.
My name's Reese. I'm more of Margaret's momager, filling in for Lani today, the fellow front woman. My pronouns she, her.
Yeah. Lani is not here, but she is in our hearts.
That's
right.
She is always there.
Always there.
She's holding the fort down at Grilled. So
yep, she is holding down the
bread.
That's
yeah,
right.
she's bringing in the bread. She's making the burgers.
Yep.
Lani Burger, subscribe.
Put in the fries in the bag.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. It's an important job.
It's
an important
thankless job, honestly.
It is. It definitely is. I love Asha Jefferies so much. I talk about this with Shah on the show all the time, so you listeners may be a little bit sick of it. But she is just such an incredible artist, and she has a new kind of era happening at the moment in the lead up to her upcoming album, Desire is an Angel. And yeah, I think she just has a really beautiful, dreamy, fresh take on like pop music, and I'm just so excited. I love her so much. I love her so much. We have a little bit that we're going to talk about later in the show about some news regarding potential changes to the Sex Discrimination Act, which are a little bit scary. But you are listening to MegaHerzzz here on 4ZZZ 102.1 FM, or maybe even digital radio if you're nasty. Hey, you know what? I don't. Hey, it's always to consume your favorite community radio station, and I think that's beautiful.
That's right.
Let me just check all the other.
And if you guys don't know Maddy.Strydom, she's digicam vids on Instagram, and she's like the voice of a generation.
Low key,
her clips are always getting stolen and used in core edits. It's like a crime, but she's like the source of like, I don't know, just like beautiful, incredible, ethereal videos that are really awesome.
She is.
Yeah, you should definitely check out her stuff. She's super awesome.
She has a beautiful creative mind.
Yeah.
I know she's also made a few music videos. I know recently with Sesame Girl, and I believe she also helped out with Owen Thurman, their most recent visualizer thing.
And the Dirty Harry one recently.
Yes. Which for their new single, which is out
awesome.
very soon, and we might be hearing a little bit of
awesome.
Dirty Harry later. Whew.
And I mean, you know, talking of Dirty Harry, I actually hear there's been a bit of a romance brewing between two pinnacles of the Brisbane scene, Margret and Dirty Harry. And I mean, you know, it's all still very, like, I just heard this from a little birdie, you know. I don't really have all the details, but I mean, if you guys want to see who's going to make the first move, if you guys want to see what's going to happen, I mean, what can I say? Junk Bar on the 13th, like, you know, come down, you know. Maybe something crazy will happen.
To say?
Maybe love will blossom. Maybe hearts will break.
Exactly. It's gonna be a wonderful night of mystery and magic and wonder, love and loss and all of the above. That was a beautiful track there by
Standing ovation.
the standing ovation in the studio
We're
for
all
the
standing up.
We're all standing ovating.
beautiful track there called Take Me to Your Infinite Garden by Mess-esque, and that one was a recommendation by Ton. And Ton, do you want to tell us a little why you love that song?
A little is going to be difficult. I want to say so much, but oh my God, Helen McKisco, half of Mess-esque, she did it solo at That Sound Over the Fence last year, and it was the best song of the whole show. I think, like, she is the fairy godmother of the scene around here. She's so talented.
Yeah, she is incredible. Yeah, we played alongside her at the Kisses gig, the Joy and Whimsy one, which was beautiful. She is incredible at what she does, and Yeah, I mean, it was the album that song is off was the 4ZZZ album of the week, and when it got released, you're having a really fun time. Clap, applaud for everyone. I mean, it's a beautiful track. It deserves applause. It deserves applause. Also, you are tuned into MegaHerzzz here on 4ZZZ. Now, we here on MegaHerzzz normally have a commitment to reporting on femicides that happen throughout Australia. Luckily, or in positive news, there have been no femicides reported this week, which is obviously an incredible thing. It's incredibly upsetting to have report on this every week, this horrible epidemic that is happening throughout so-called Australia. So it's a really beautiful thing that there haven't been that many to report on, or at least that we know that have happened. It definitely, a lot of the time these things do go unreported, which is incredibly unfortunate. So we're going forward with cautious optimism, but I'd still like to take a little bit of a moment to shout out Sherele Moody. We get all of our information from her regarding femicide every week, and she is just doing some really incredible and really, really important work. And she is also trying to has a petition going relating to the starting a royal commission into the killing of Australian women and girls, and I would just really like to encourage everyone to go ahead and sign that if you haven't already. I know that we've talked about it quite a few times on the show, but I think it's really important to support her to try and stop this horrible epidemic. And she just does incredible work. If you go to her Instagram, which is Sherele Moody Femicide Watch, she has the link in that to her bio, rather. So yes, please go and support her and sign the petition, support what she is doing. Whilst we're in kind of a little bit of a news segment, I did have something that was worth us bringing up. A few weeks ago, a bill was introduced to Parliament that would weaken anti-discrimination protection for trans people, particularly trans women, and that would end up affecting cis women and all types of women. National MP Alison Penfold on Monday, 2 weeks ago, introduced the bill to federal parliament, which includes a narrow definition of sex and seeks to exclude trans women from a range of public spaces and protections. And I have a few quotes here from Equality Australia Legal Director Heather Corkhill, who said that this bill would give sexism and misogyny a free pass while stripping trans women of basic protections. The bill is legally messy, socially divisive, and risks weakening protections for all women. These changes would fundamentally reshape Australia's sex discrimination laws. Sex discrimination has never been about biology alone. Decades of case law make it clear it is about gendered stereotypes, assumptions, and the unequal treatment of women and how they should act and live. Rather than improving women's safety or equality, this cultural war risks dragging LGBTIQ+ and women's rights back to the Dark Ages. We also have a quote here from Dr. Morgan Carpenter, who is a bioethicist and executive director of Intersex Human Rights Australia, and they said, the proposals to enact definitions of biological sex can have an adverse effect on people with intersex variations. Some people may find themselves involuntarily reclassified out of their birth-observed sex. There's also this whole thing has also been criticised by the Sex Discrimination Commissioner, Dr. Anna Cody, who has said that the women's movement has been fought for centuries to avoid being defined only by biology. And we know that being a woman has many aspects to it. Dr. Cody also said that the bill created false competition between women's and trans rights while harming one of Australia's most vulnerable communities. And yeah, that submission was put in 2 weeks ago, and seems to not be getting broadly talked about or picked up on. Like, I only found out about this earlier today. But as with anything, any all of these like things targeting trans women only end up hurting every single type of woman.
That's right.
You know, like it always ends up, it leads back to having a very narrow ideal of what womanhood is and what it means to be a woman. And this bioessentialism just kind of reinforces these incredibly damaging stereotypes of what womanhood is. And yes, it's very clear to see that this absolutely needs, like, this will affect everybody. This is not just a trans issue. It is an everybody issue. And it's incredibly damaging.
That's really true. And look, all I can say is Anthony Albanese, I mean, if you take away the trans woman, who's going to play your DJ sets? Who's going to make your hyperpop?
Well, that's not.
No. Hey, I mean,
That's right.
it's true. It's true.
Who's going to make the
shame.
really good EDM?
Yeah, who's going to make the really good EDM? But yeah, it's very important to stay informed around the movement of this bill and stand staunchly against it, which we always aim to do here on MegaHerzzz. And look after yourselves, look after each other.
Stand together.
Yeah, stand together. It's very important. You're here on MegaHerzzz on 4ZZZ, but not for very long. But as per usual, we'd like to take you through a couple Femme-fronted gigs that are happening this weekend. On Friday at the Junk Bar, we have Lucky coming up from, I believe, Melbourne or Sydney is where they're based. I forgot. But very cool, like indie, almost like MoMA adjacent, I feel. If you're a fan of that genre, you probably have heard them around the station. But they'll be at the Junk Bar on this Friday, 12th of June, supported by Blue Diner and Cody. And then on Saturday, Mother Gore is having a closing event for their pop-up that is styled by Micro Jewelry with music by Shrish. Head down to that. It looks very fun. Nikita is amazing.
Love
and their
you,
art
Nikita.
is so beautiful. And as we mentioned before, there's an awesome gig happening Saturday at the Junk Bar as well that you should totally head to, called with Platonic Sex and us, Margaret Band, and Dirty Harry. And if you're underage, you can also go to the Misfortune All Ages show before that. There's also Serendipity on that same night at the Black Bear Lodge, launching her EP called Idealist. So head down to that. As well as tomorrow, there is Cave-In Experimental Night, and Bonnie, who
Oh my god.
is really, really incredible.
Yeah.
Bonnie is
experimental.
evil.
Bonnie is evil.
Bonnie is evil.
That's
Bonnie is the
Yeah.
best
Yes.
evil in the world.
Yes, the best kind of evil, Big up Bonnie. And on Wednesday, there's another Femme and Friends happening at Mirabel Ministries, with Lila, the Brie and Harry duo, Jelly, Angela and Paul duo, Millie and the Maths Show duo, and Stan. So
Such
get
a
down
nice
there.
venue.
Stand that.
Stan.
Awesome venue.
It'll be, it's a beautiful,
Mirabel
beautiful venue.
Ministries.
Thank
I
you for
love
listening
her.
to the Margaret special.
Yeah, thank you for listening to MegaHerzzz Margaret Special. It's been very fun. Thank you for everyone to text. who
We're getting
texted
dragged
in.
out of the
Well
building
done,
right
Eva,
now.
for
Yeah.
guessing
We would have kept broadcasting,
17-8. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No, you go.
17-8. Eva got it right.
That's beautiful. Thank
Shout
you.
out to my mum. Love you.
Yay! And enjoy. Bye. We'll see you next week.
Isn't that what feminism is about?